This is the Olight Warrior X4, one of the most powerful flashlights in the Olight Warrior line, and it's also one of the first that gives you both C-type and magnetic charging options, and I'm going to tell you all about it right now. Upon unboxing, you'll find the X4 itself, along with a holster, the manual, and a C-type charging cable, and of course, a 3.6 volt 5000 mAh 21700 rechargeable lithium-ion battery. The X4 is made of aluminum alloy with a new matted paint finish. It's IPX8 water resistant and has an impact rating of 2 meters and weighs just over 250 grams or just under 9 ounces with the battery on board. I'll leave the tech specs from the manual on the screen now, just in case I leave out any details, so pause the video here to see those details. During my runtime test starting in the 2600 lumen turbo mode, the X4 ran for 3 minutes before stepping down by 38% to about 988 lumens for about an hour and 51 minutes, and then it stepped down again by 12% to 118 lumens, and then ran for an additional 16 minutes for a total runtime of 2 hours and 10 minutes from turbo. Next up, during my thermal output test, the X4 reached a max thermal output of 120 degrees Fahrenheit or 48 degrees Celsius after about 16 minutes of use. Moving along to my recharge time test using my Olight MCA charger via the C-type charging port on the X4. The X4 took 3 hours and 7 minutes to fully recharge from completely depleted, and that's 23 minutes faster than the 3.5 hours that was stated in the manual. Now let's take a brief tour of the modes in general operation for the Olight Warrior X4.
Guys, this is the Olight Warrior X4. It's pretty nice. You can see that new matted paint finish on there. The prototype had a glossy kind of finish, and I didn't mind it, but I'm really enjoying this matted finish. It's just, I don't know, it looks more premium, high quality. It's got that good old-fashioned lightly tap it to go into that low mode, deep press it to put it into that high mode. Very, very simple operation in the back. The grip right here is nice and grippy so that you're going to be able to kind of latch onto that. You do have this really nice bezel, and it's not like the blue one that normally comes with, but it's nice. It's got the strike plates and everything there, so you can hit stuff with it still if you needed to during a combat situation. You got a good heat sink there. It's going to take away all that heat. In fact, it didn't really get that hot when I was out there testing it this week. So yeah, pretty decent. You have an indicator light there that you can't see right now, but I'll put it on. You can see it's got the indicator light to tell you how much power you got left, and obviously that's green to orange to red, and then flashing when it's going to die. You have a C-type charging port there. It's easy access. When you seal it, it becomes waterproof. I'm not sure if it's still waterproof when you open it, but it does look pretty well sealed in there as well. So it might still be a little bit waterproof if it happens to get some water leakage in there during any kind of heavy rain situation or submersion situation. So with that said, here's the general operation. Light press, you can put it in temporary, momentary on. Deep press, you can go ahead and put that into turbo. Sorry, you can do that, put that into turbo, and then you can just press it again to release it. It does have a tactical mode where it does go into strobe, and how that works is you just kind of light press the back here, and then you twist off the back side until the light turns off, and then you twist it back to put it back on. And right now you're in tactical mode, which means you're going to be able to get 1,000 lumens just like that, and then you're going to be able to deep press to get that strobe. So you deep press it for the strobe, and the strobe will stay on. See how that works? So you could do like a kind of temporary on strobe, or you could do the deep press. Yeah, but you deep press it. And this is, I'm still working in that button a little bit, so it's kind of like, not perfect. There you go. I have to use a little bit more strength to push it in there. But yeah, you got to go ahead and you're going to have that strobe. Sorry guys for you, those that are epileptic. But yeah, that's how it works. You get 1,000 lumens there, 2,600 lumen strobe there. And yeah, pretty simple operation, guys. That's how this baby works. And if you want to go ahead and take it out of that tactical mode and just put it in the daily use mode, go ahead and do the same exact process. And then you go back, and then you're going to have your 300 lumen low mode, and then of course your 2,600 lumen turbo mode. And that's how that works as well. As far as the holster goes, it's got a pretty solid holster. I mean, you could feel that bad boy click in there, and it takes some pressure to really get it back out. So yeah, that's not going to go anywhere. It's that very, very strong, sturdy plastic material. It's going to be able to fit in your MOLLE webbing on any of your tactical vests or backpacks and such, and obviously on any belts that you put it on as well. Now, before the prototype model that they sent had this really cool tactical ring here, and in the manual over here that the prototype came with, it said that it's going to be an optional accessory. So I'm not sure if they're just going to roll with this and not give you a secondary optional accessory, but I really like this because the design was kind of neat, because you pull it out like this and you can flap it down. And then of course, you know, you can still stick it in the holster like that as well. So that was kind of cool. And then if you wanted to pull it out, you have this to also grab it and grip it out as well, which I thought was kind of neat. But I'm not sure if they're going to roll with that. Not 100% sure. Olight hasn't really communicated anything to me about that. And I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to show the prototype, but it's okay. It's all gravy here, guys. So this is going to be a really nice light for you guys that you want something simple, something tactical, something sturdy, something that's going to really last you. This is the Warrior X4, and I think you guys should definitely get one. Let's take it outside and do those beam shots.
The Olight Warrior X4 has a max beam distance of 630 meters or 2,070 feet in the 2600 lumen turbo mode. It also has a max candela of 99,310 CD, and the LED color tint in this video is cool white, coming in between 5700K and 6700K with a CRI of 70.
Alright guys, we are outside with the Warrior X4, and I'm going to throw this in the 300 lumen mode. That 300 lumen mode shines out into that yard. Tree lines about 100 feet away in the background there, and it looks pretty decent. But if I want to kick it up to the 2600 lumen mode, that's what the 2600 lumens is going to look like from 100 feet away from that tree line there. And this is just blindingly bright. It's nice. You can see all the way out there. You can zoom in, and if I zoom in, it's clear as day. I mean, like, you guys can really see everything that you're looking at all the way to the back of that tree line there. And I can zoom in there, you can see the small details in the tree, and that's with 2600 lumens, nice and bright. That's got some authority with it. Like, that is crazy how bright that is. And we'll zoom back, and that's what the beam looks like. You see that beam? It's ridiculous. It's not even really getting that hot when I hold it, so I'm holding it right now. It's not that hot, and it's nice and bright. It's going to give you 3 minutes at the 2600 lumen mode before it steps down. Alright guys, now I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison of the Warrior X4 and the Warrior X3 next to each other to see what they look like. On the low mode, that's what it looks like on the low mode. Warrior X3 on the left and the Warrior X4 on the right, 100 feet away from that tree line back there. That's the low modes. And now we're going to bump it up to the high modes. And that's what they look like in the distance as well, 100 feet away. Not bad. Similar beam patterns, almost indistinguishable, to be honest with you, but you can tell the right side over here, that X4 has a little bit more oomph to it. Not too much, but pretty good amount. Like, look, we'll see at this spot right back there. That's with the 4, and that's with the 3, that's with the 4, that's with the 3, with the 4, with the 3, with the 4, with the 3. Yeah, so I mean, they're almost indistinguishable, to be honest with you guys. All right, guys, now we're in a field. I have this in the 300 lumen mode for the low mode. The tree line back there is about 100 yards away, a little bit more. I'm gonna throw this in the 2600 lumen turbo mode. That 2600 lumen turbo mode flies all the way out there. You can see it at the treetops there. Nice and bright. It's doing a great job. We're going to do a side-by-side beam shot comparison with the Warrior X4 and the Warrior X3 side-by-side here. Warrior X3 is on the left, Warrior X4 is on the right. I'm going to shine that all the way down there. And as you can see, they're both very similar. All right, guys, Warrior X yet again in the low 300 lumen mode. And we're probably about 100 yards from that tree line back there. I'm going to throw this in 2600 lumen turbo mode. I'm going to zoom in there so you guys can see what I'm shining it on back there. And that's what it looks like. Shine it on those trees. Yes, we are in a cemetery. Yes, you can read the sign. It says no parking on the grass. Let's do a side-by-side with the Warrior X3 on the left. And that's what they look like together. Like I said, very, very similar beam patterns. Very nice though. X4, 2600 lumen mode.
Now for my pros and cons. First, the pros. The new C-type charging option is going to please a ton of long-term Olight fans, but also having the magnetic charging option still available is going to please a lot more people as well. So with this new upgrade, everybody wins. Now for my only con. I've always been a fan of the tactical grip ring for the Olight Warrior X3, and I wish that they carried that over to the X4, but the X4 came with this little other rubbery grip ring, and the prototype version that I actually tested for several months prior to receiving the actual finished product came with a really unique tactical ring that folded in and out and did all this cool stuff, and I really wish that they just rolled with that. And I'm hoping that they're going to give us an option during the sale to purchase it separately at least. With that being said, I still love the Olight Warrior X4, and after using it for several months prior to its release, I would highly recommend the X4 to anybody that needs a simple but powerful tactical flashlight. The Olight Warrior X4 retails for $129.99, but during the November flash sale, you can pick one of these up for just $90.99. And on a side note, for those of you that aren't aware, Olight is now including a lifetime free from defects warranty on all of their flashlights purchased after January 1st, 2023. It's one of the best warranties in the flashlight industry, hands down, and Olight has the best customer service out of all the flashlight companies I've experienced and the lowest failure rate out of all the flashlights that I've tested here on the channel. So you can buy with confidence and justify the price tag. And speaking of price, if you're watching this video but the sale has already ended, you can still save 10% off of your next purchase by using my promotional code PG10. I'll leave a link down in the description. I hope this video has been helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful. Thanks for watching. This has been Prepared Guy, and until next time, guys, stay prepared.